I'm Kirk Dorn with Knaus, and we're going to talk today about the media training we offer at Ceisler Media. It's one of the things that we do here, and Kirk, you and I have done
many of them together.
Yes, for sizes, for crowds very large and some smaller. So the question people would want to know is, watching this, why would an entity or an individual come to us for media training?
I think there's two real reasons why someone seeks out media training. The first is obviously someone who's never done it before, who wants some practice in front of the camera. That's the first thing. But then we also have repeat customers, so to speak, and those are individuals who have done media interviews, but maybe they're about to take on a confrontational or tough issue, and they want to rehearse on that issue and see how they do on camera. So I really think there's two different means for doing a media training.
I think my experience has been that typically it's when they have a problem is when they want to come. I mean, there are some, we did a group of lawyers together who just wanted to, and interestingly, they're the lawyers making the cases, yet they felt they needed media training to take those cases, in front of a camera.
Yeah.
So we've had that. And then we had individuals come in who are having an issue. But you're right, some organizations just want to know how you deal with a reporter.
Yeah, and the groups we deal with, they run from the C-suite. We do corporate executives all the way down to the lower staff who might be run into a reporter while they're doing field work or something. And I think one of the values and benefits that we bring are, both you and I have a background of being reporters who ask questions, as well as press secretaries who've had to answer them. So we're able to give our clients a real look at how reporters come after issues, as well as giving them an idea about how they can really frame their message before they talk to their reporter.
Yeah, we know the questions they're going to get, and we know how to answer them.
And the follow-up questions you're going to get.
Yeah, that's right, exactly. And I think the thing that I would say is, even with the training, it's the rehearsal and the practice which really makes it work.
And I think that's always the toughest part for some of them, because they have to watch themselves on camera and they have to see themselves make mistakes. And like we said, you'd rather have you make that mistake in that room with your friends than out there with 3 cameras in front of your face,
Yeah, it can be such a revelation, though. I had one CEO of a nonprofit come in, and again, he was having a crisis. And after we went through the media training, it was as if he'd had a revelation or an epiphany. Just all of a sudden, he felt like, now I understand how this works and how I'm going to defend our organization.
Yeah, because just having that opportunity to do it once or twice, it just really changes the whole dynamic for when you have to do it for real.
So we had one group we went before. It was 400 people, and again, I'll do individual ones with one-on-one people. But I think, broadly speaking, you want a smaller group to do this.
Yeah, I think so. And I think usually we do them about 3 to 5 people at the most, because I think you get the most out of it. The individuals who are watching their peers go through these interviews, it sort of hastens the learning process. They get to see how they answer the mistakes they made, and hopefully by the 3rd, 4th, and 5th person that you get in that room, they're knocking it out of the park.
Is there one lesson or question you think that maybe the biggest takeaway of all from this training that people walk away with?
Yeah, I think I always want them to come in knowing what they want to say, right? Because it doesn't matter whether you're dealing with a print reporter, a broadcast reporter, a TV reporter, radio, it doesn't matter. At the end of the interview, no matter how tough it was or no matter how easy it is, that reporter is probably always going to ask, is there anything you want to add? And if you know what you want to say, and you have that message in your head, and you have it practiced and learned, and you say it, normally, that's a soundbite you're going to hear, or the quote you're going to see in the paper, and the rest is just good background.
Yeah, it's really funny. For me, it's the hypothetical if. It's the one piece of advice we give in the whole presentation, that don't speculate.
Yeah.
Answer the questions you could answer, don't guess, right? And I think the other thing that both you and I emphasize is, it's not that scary. It's a transactional situation.
Right.
The reporter wants information, you have information.
Yeah, and I think the other thing, people are always afraid to say, I don't know. And when you're in that interview phase, when you're right in the middle of the heat of the moment, and something's not there, it's okay to say, I don't know, can I check on it and get back to you? But for some reason, there's this real hesitancy with people when they're dealing with reporters to say, I don't know. I don't know is better than no comment, for sure. I'd say that.
But I think the final thing I'd want to say is that one reason we work so well together is we have contrasting styles. You're aggressive. I mean, I think that's it's a great thing, and you really present your case. And I'm more laid back, and it's always fun for us when we're before a client and our styles are meshing, or arguing, whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
And they can choose what path they want to go down.
There's a couple different ways to do this all the time.
Exactly.